Our lives have changed, and we are not going back. Digitalization, automation, AI, and other advances that drive the fourth industrial revolution are changing the way we live, work, and play. And all this was before the pandemic.
I'm Poon Wang, Director of the Lee Kuan Yew Center for Innovative Cities at the Singapore University of Technology and Design. My team and I research into the future of work in the face of crisis, transformation, and disruption. And as the clip title suggests, we are taking the future of work to task.
Our team deconstructs and reconstructs work at the level of tasks because jobs are disrupted task by task and not job by job. Once we know which tasks are disrupted, we can assess the overall impact on the job itself. At the same time, most jobs don't have tasks that are unique to themselves. So we can use these shared similar tasks to identify new and alternative jobs that one person could move to. And we can also assess these jobs task by task to see how resilient or risky they are. But that's not all this approach allows us to do.
My name is Galvin Goh, and my background is in social and occupational psychology. I research into how the task approach can help workers identify emerging tasks, energizing tasks, and valuable tasks. I believe that this can be the engine for job redesign to create new roles that empower workers.
We use tasks as our building blocks. With tasks, we can design a new future of work that tackles and solves the challenge of speed. Technology change has sped up, but the time taken by countries and companies to redesign jobs has hardly budged. They take time because currently the effort is massively manual and coordination intensive. Problem is this: the longer they take, the more workers will struggle. We must do better. This is why my team and I have decided that we will take the technologies that are disrupting workers. We will use these technologies to help and empower workers instead.
Now, go, 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 go! Okay.
If you've never seen the We Bare Bears, that's okay. All you have to know is this: the quintessential image of the franchise is termed as the bear stack. These bears are onto something. Stacking means we stick together through thick and thin. It means we have a higher vantage point. It means we can stand on the shoulders of giants to see further.
Pretty neat. My team and I at the LKYCIC, we have a stack too, and the same practical advantages apply as well.
We call ours a task skills stack because it's made up of many databases, populated with different jobs and their associated tasks. The tasks are tagged with metadata. They are then linked to skills and competencies, and information like what courses might be useful to develop these skills. This allows us to look at the future of work at different levels, from the individual level, to the company level, to sectoral level, and finally to the country levels. And we can do all this with the help of AI.
I'm Radha Vinod, an algorithm engineer. I'm also an AI geek, an artist, a dance instructor, and a mom. I'm multifaceted like everybody else out there. However, the jobs in the market are one-dimensional. How can we personalize jobs? It'll be a difficult task for an HR or an organization to cater to the varied capabilities of an individual while keeping track of the job market. This is where AI can help us. Our algorithms can suggest job transitions that transcends industries, taking into account these multiple data points.
However, the real world is always more complex and behaves in more surprising ways than that AI can predict. And that's why it's crucial to have a good understanding of how people exactly work and how their tasks are being impacted by technology. As an organizational ethnographer, I try to understand from the perspective of the professionals themselves what their work means to them. By carefully observing their work practices and how they interact with technology, we try to reveal cultural systems and values that may bring into view a more nuanced way of how we think about the future of work.
By using AI, we solve the challenge of speed. By using human insight, we design the best of what makes us human into our future. Combining them in this way can give us highly creative and unexpected possibilities. For example, in our work with the unions, we mapped the transition from a bus driver to an urban drone pilot. It might sound surprising initially, but it is completely logical subsequently when we realize that both require experts who are skilled at navigating the city safely every day. Our task skill stack can also rapidly chart multiple transition pathways from disrupted sectors to growth sectors. In fact, you can give us any job redesign, policy, or organizational challenge you are facing, and we can use tasks as our building blocks to design a strategy in response.
Hi, I'm Salihin, and I'm one of the contributors to the Future of Work project. What drew me into the project was that it was a chance for me to turn academic work into meaningful policy outcomes. My research approach was to understand how global forces and domestic pressures come together and shape government policy towards job displacement. By doing so, we can understand the limits of current government policy and make it easier for policymakers to follow up on our suggestions.
That is why we are collaborating on a job redesign guide with Singapore's Info Communications Media Development Authority and the Personal Data Protection Commission. With the vantage point that our task skill stack and strategies provide, we can help workers weather crisis and disruption. We can design new work and take the future of work to task.